man, we gotta talk about this. Paul Craig, Rodolfo Bellato, UFC Atlanta last night. Rodolfo Bellato put on an Oscar performance. All right, he put an Oscar performance last night on his fight. I don't know if I can decide between this one or Aljamain Sterling against Peter Yan. But both of these instances were embarrassing. All right, so Aljamain Sterling and Peter Yan. I think Peter Yan hit Aljamain Sterling with an illegal knee, and Aljamain Sterling not acted like it hurt him badly or knocked him out or some shit like that. And he just put an Oscar performance. Which basically he got a DQ decision and he won the title. All right, Aljamain Sterling won the title by putting on an Oscar performance. So I'm pretty sure Rodolfo Bellato watched that and decided to try to see if he could make a better performance. All right. So Paul Craig hits him with a up kick. All right. He hits him with the up kick. This was a similar sort of sequence that happened last week with Juliana Pena and Kayla Harrison, where Juliana Pena hit Kayla Harrison with an up kick, which is basically an illegal kick that you can't use. And Juliana Pena got 1 point deduction of that round. And then the fight, they stood him back up and they restarted the fight in defeat. And so basically the same sort of sequence happened, but this time Rodolfo Bellato decided to fake a knockout. He decided to fake a knockout because he tried to get a DQ to get a decision win. He tried to get a disqualification. All right. He literally didn't get hit by that kick fully. Yeah, it was a strong kick, but it didn't fully hit flush in the head. It looked like it hit by his neck area. And your boy decided to flop back and fake the KO. All right. You could even see here in the fall that majority of the fall, or the impact of the landing, is on his back. So by the time his head hits, it's just not enough momentum, not enough speed, not enough anything for him to hit his head and then cause some sort of knockout. You could even tell when he's falling to the ground, he's looking at the referee with his hands in the air, like saying, "Yo, look, ref." "Yo, what's going on, ref?" And then he just decides to pretty much fake him getting KO'd. And literally, he's in the ground, laying down, faked that he's got KO'd. And then he just immediately jumps from the ground. Like he just woke up from a nightmare. Like if he just had a terrific nightmare. All right. He woke up and, decided to just start performing. I don't know what the fuck, but he was clearly acting. I think he joined in the wrong sport. I think he deserved to be in a fucking movie. Why doesn't Hollywood hire this guy? What an Oscar performance.
That was illegal.
It's an illegal upkick, but he turns and he says to the ref, what about the upkicks? And then
I give this performance an A. Beautiful. Look, but just look at the way he looks at the ref. Clearly still unconscious. He still has conscience. All right, he still has conscience, as you can tell. He's still there. And then he just not there anymore. And then he wakes up like if he just woke up from a nightmare and decided to start putting a acting performance, which is one of the weirdest things ever. And obviously, it's fake. He faked this shit to try to get a win. Why? I don't understand. Because he was winning. He was winning this fight. He was definitely winning this fight, man. He was winning this fight, and for some reason, I don't know why he decided to do that, man. Terrible performance, man. Hopefully the UFC, punishes him, somehow, because this not good for the sport. You can't be out here flopping like a fish, putting an Oscar performance like if you got knocked out. It's like he had nightmare of Wanderlei Silva knocking him the fuck out, man. All right, incredible stuff here, incredible scenes. And then I don't know if he was even kicking the referee, brother. What a performance! He was even kicking the referee, and he was the favorite, man. Rodolfo Bellato was the favorite in this fight. He was supposed to dominate. All right, he was supposed to dominate Paul Craig, but they gave this fight a no contest, so no one got the win. Rodolfo Bellato didn't get the win, and he needs to go back and rethink of his career, if he's gonna continue fighting or is he gonna go in acting, because he could probably win an Oscar, man. He could probably he could cast in some good movies out there. It's some dramas, some drama movies out there. Cause the way he performed that, it was like a drama show, And I'm not talking about Triple G, all right. I thank you guys for watching, and yeah, man, I'm out. Peace.